What's the deal? I'm C. Will, and welcome to part 1 of the top 100 best NASCAR Cup Series races of all time. I'm Christian Wilson, also known as Savage NASCAR 2. Before we get started, I'd like to say this list is opinionated. I did a lot of research the last 2 weeks, watching old races, looking up statistics, and reading up on each of the races you'll see in the video. And it was hard to choose some of them. It was hard to take some out that some of y'all may think should have been in. Worked really hard on this, and I hope y'all enjoy it. And remember, this is for fun. This isn't for any challenge or to offend anybody or whatever. This is just strictly opinionated. And I think it's pretty fun that I could have the opportunity to do this, and very thankful I have the opportunity to do this. These races, in my opinion, are the top 100. And this is part 1. There's going to be multiple other parts, and I'll try to show y'all why these races are in the top 100 by giving out a bunch of statistics and summaries of each race. Also, I'd like to thank those that are following me on my NASCAR account on Instagram, Savage NASCAR 2. I appreciate it very much. We're almost at 1K, and I really appreciate all your support. I'm sure y'all will be surprised with some of these races on the list. Some of them you'll say, why are they on there? But that's what I'm going to explain. I'm going to explain each race by giving a summary and pointing out statistics and facts about each one, and the reason why I think they deserve to be in the top 100. And I've been wanting to do something like this for a while, and it's taken a lot of work, and I hope y'all enjoy. So, enough of the talk, let's get right into it, and let's start off with number 100. We got the 1974 Firecracker 400. There was 40 cars in the race, and 23 dropped out with mechanical problems, which 12 were engine related. Bobby Allison led the most laps with 51. And his brother Donnie, who started third, led 5 before dropping out with engine failure. On the final lap, pole sitter David Pearson appeared to slow, and Richard Petty got away by 10 car lengths. Pearson, who led 44 laps, caught up to Petty in turns 3 and 4 and got a tremendous run. Pearson slingshotted Petty and won the race. Pearson said afterwards that he intentionally let Petty pass him, and a frustrated Richard Petty said the move was dangerous. 2 years later, the two would tangle on the final lap again, but that's for another time. Coming in at number 99, we got the 2005 Golden Corral 500 at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Sunny day turned cloudy. Ryan Newman won the pole for the race. On lap 2, a 10-car crash on the back straightaway brought out the first caution. Jimmy Johnson and Greg Biffle traded the lead for most of the race. Biffle led 151 laps total. Jimmy Johnson regained the lead a couple more times from Biffle, and toward the end, Jimmy Johnson was battling with rookie Carl Edwards for the win. Carl Edwards, who started 4th in the race, gained on him in the closing laps and was all over him when it mattered most. Off the final turn, Carl got a better run off turn 4, and edged out Jimmy Johnson at the line by 0.028 seconds to get his first career Cup win. It was Edwards' 17th Cup start, and he would have 4 wins on the season. This next race was on July the 30th, on a Monday afternoon. Harry Gant led 39 cars to the green flag, and there was a lap 1 crash that took out 3 cars. There was 56 lead changes, which was the most at a track other than Daytona and Talladega at the time. Dale Earnhardt Sr. fractured both of his collarbones in a crash on lap 98. Cale Yarborough led 61 laps and won the race under caution. Waltrip led the most laps with 62. It was Cale's 3rd win of the season. Coming in at 97, we got the 2013 Coca-Cola 600. Kyle Busch seemed to be in control of the race until 2 red flags came out for a cable that broke from Fox Network, who was broadcasting the race. It damaged multiple cars. Danica Patrick crashed with 80 laps to go with Brad Keselowski after turned by her boyfriend Ricky Stenhouse. 7 laps later, 7-car pilot brought out the caution. Points leader Jimmie Johnson crashed out of the race late as well. Under yellow for the final time with 13 to go, Kasey Kahne decided not to pit, and it proved costly. Kevin Harvick passed him on the restart and grabbed his second career Coca-Cola 600 win. This next race was pretty tame to the final 40 laps where there was 5 cautions, but the action was very fun to watch even before then. With 2 laps to go, Kevin Harvick spun out Joey Logano battling for third, causing a green-white checkered finish. On the final restart, Denny Hamlin pulled away from his teammate Kyle Busch as a massive crash on the back straightaway ended the race under yellow. Denny Hamlin wrecked during his burnout, and sparks flew on pit road between Kevin Harvick and Joey Logano. Logano then made the famous quote, "At Delana Harvick wears the fire suit in the family." Coming in at 95 is the 2010 All-Star race. Kurt Busch won the pole, but Jimmie Johnson pretty much dominated the race. The final segment started off unexpectedly after a multi-car crash started when Joey Logano got loose and came up into Mark Martin. Denny Hamlin led the field to restart and ran up his teammate Kyle Busch into the wall. 2 laps later, Kyle Busch blew a tire and collected Kasey Kahne, bringing out another caution. Kurt Busch won after another restart, winning the 2010 All-Star race. Jimmie Johnson would come home 13th. Jeff Gordon started on the pole after qualifying was rained out, and on lap 1, David Reagan, J.J. Yeley, and Ricky Rudd had a hard crash. Gordon dominated the early part of the race until a pit mistake cost him the lead. Previous winner here at Texas, Tony Stewart, struggled throughout the race, spinning twice, and Dale Jr. wrecked with his teammate Kyle Busch. In the end, it was ex-teammates Jeff Burton and Matt Kenseth battling for the win. Burton passed Kenseth on the final lap to take the victory. Richard Childress Racing became the 4th different team to win at Texas Motor Speedway in the past 4 races. Into the race, Carl Edwards was the points leader and led the first 28 laps before falling back. Tony Stewart took a turn out front, but Kyle Busch led the most laps with 125. Carl Edwards was a lap down at one point, but got back on the lead lap after a 3-car wreck with 91 to go. In the end, Jimmie Johnson was battling with Tony Stewart, and Stewart passed him on the outside to win the race. Stewart's 3rd win of the season brought him closer to Edwards in points. Coming in at number 92, we got the 1981 Daytona 500. A new generation of smaller cars with a wheelbase of 110 inches made their debut in the race. Bobby Allison dominated Speed Weeks, winning the pole position and was a huge favorite, leading 117 of 200 laps. Also ran out fuel late, and Dale Inman, crew chief for Petty, took a gamble, going with a fuel-only stop, and Petty got out in 6.8 seconds. He won the race by 3.5 seconds over Allison. The 5th running of the Southern 500 came on a Monday afternoon in Darlington, South Carolina. 69 cars started the race, but 16 retired with mechanical issues. 10 crashed out. There was a brutal crash involving Don Duckworth and Arden Mounts late in the race. Herb Thomas took the lead on the ensuing restart. Herb, who had suffered a broken leg, concussion, lacerated arm, and shoulder injuries in Charlotte in May, was in his 3rd race back and vowed the win. He, in fact, took the win. Officials tried to block off Victory Circle, but could not stop the thousands of fans. Thanks for watching today's video, and if you haven't yet, please hit the like button and also subscribe/follow. See you on the next one. Peace.